what's holding you back potentially. And if you really want to get to something, or you really want to do something, then what's stopping you? What's stopping you from doing it? And go for it, really.
One of the things that I like with NLP is it's not the first time. So what type of advice would you give for people that are struggling, perhaps not to cope with something, but they have a fear, or like for instance the lady with the M4, or anybody that has limiting beliefs? What advice would you give them for NLP and stuff like that?
So don't be afraid to try something. There's quite a stigma sometimes attached with going for therapy or for coaching, or there can be a stigma attached to it. And there are different types of therapies, different types of coaching. So you need to find one that's right for you. Have an open mind.
Yeah.
And I would say give it a go, because you just don't know what's around the corner. You just don't know, what's holding you back potentially. And if you really want to get to something, or you really want to do something, then what's stopping you? What's stopping you from doing it?
Yeah.
And go for it, really.
One of the things that I like with NLP, and it's not the first time that I've heard people say this, is that it doesn't always work for everybody.
No.
Which is not something that you often hear from people, because people are very, when they're pro something,
Yeah.
this will help you, this will fix you, or this will do this for you.
Yeah.
But I'm not hearing that with people who teach NLP. They say it might work for you, it might not. And that's really nice to hear, because I'm not then being sold to.
That's right. That's right. And it could come back. So
Yeah.
it could be that you remove some emotion, say for instance, or a negative belief on something. So when I was on the course last year, I used to eat sort of midget gems when I was driving. These are passion on midget gems or wine gums, yeah, which are totally no good to you because it's just way too much sugar. And I just couldn't stop myself. So I actually, one of the sort of the techniques we used on course was to get rid of something that you don't want to do. Okay, so I said eating midget gems and wine gums, and today I've never touched one since. So I don't,
That's amazing.
and I have no craving for it. I used to have a craving for it, and I have got no craving for it at all. Now, it's not saying it may not come back in future, and if it does, then I'll go and do it again. So it can, or sometimes the craving or what you're trying, what you're getting rid of, could come back. So then that's just how life works. Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock for me.
8 o'clock, is it?
8 o'clock. The munchies.
8 o'clock munchies.
Terrible. And my mother used to be the same, and she still is the same.
All right, interesting.
And it used to drive me nuts, because I would work in Gysaina College as a technician, and then sometimes I would do a night shift because they used to do evening courses.
Yeah.
And I might not get home until about 10 o'clock.
Wow. Okay.
And I used to walk in through the door.
Yeah.
And my mother would say, "You don't fancy going to the shop?" And I'm just like, couldn't you have just like text me when I left work? I could have gotten on the way. It used to drive me nuts.
On the way, yeah.
But now I'm fine in the day. I can stick to a diet. I can stick to almost anything. I can cut stuff out.
Yeah.
But 8 o'clock. Once 8 o'clock comes, I'm looking. I'm in the cupboard. I'm
rooting through the cupboard.
If I was a caveman, I'd be out looking for the wildebeest or something like that at 8 o'clock, because it's. I don't know whether that's habitual. That's just the routine, and my brain's gone. It's 8 o'clock. You should be eating, because I don't feel physically hungry.
No.
But I'm craving something sweet, like a treat.
Yeah, yeah.
I want my treat. I'm a grown-ass adult. It's 8 o'clock if I want something to eat. And it's really, and I that's the mindset.
Yes, it's the mindset
that I have. And it's not so much I've tried to quit it, because I also like it.
This is it. Yeah.
I don't want to quit it as well.
And that's the key. Your individual, or the people, the person has to want to do something. Because if you don't want to do something, then it doesn't tend to sort of land, and that sort of it won't work as well.